Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Annisa Watoniah with registration number A1M218045 from class A. And today I will explain about taboos and euphemism. Taboo is the prohibition or avoidance in any society of behavior that is believed to be harmful to its members because it would cause them anxiety, shame, or embarrassment. This is a very strong limitation of politeness. Consequently, as far as language is concerned, certain things should not be said or certain objects can only be referred to in certain circumstances, for example, only by certain people or by deliberate detours, that is to say, to be subtle. Of course, there are always people ready to break taboos in an attempt to demonstrate their own freedom from such social constraints or to expose such taboos as irrational and unwarranted as in certain movement for free speech. The subject of taboo can be very varied, such as sex, death, spending, body function, religious matters, and politics. Linguistic taboos are also sometimes violated to draw attention to oneself or to show contempt, or to be aggressive or provocative, or to ridicule authority, or according to fruit, sometimes as a form of verbal seduction, for example, like dirty talk. The penalties of breaking linguistic taboos can be harsh, as blasphemy and obscenity are still crimes in many jurisdictions, but it is almost impossible to cost your life for breaking certain linguistic taboos. For example, the incest taboos. In Indonesia, the people in pesisir selatan island of Java Island consider it taboo for anyone who goes out on the beach wearing green clothes. This taboo was caused because they believed that the supernatural being of the ruler of the South Sea, Nyi Roro Kidul, known as the Queen of the South Coast, did not like visitors wearing green clothes, and of course it was believed to have a bad impact that will be accepted by the offender. Examples of cases like this are of course a lot, especially in Indonesia as a country with many ethnicities, religions, customs, and cultures. The end of the 20th century may have seen major changes in linguistic taboos, at least in the English-speaking world, as certain social barriers have relaxed. However, the decline may more than be offset by a marked increase in the use of euphemistic dress-up in certain vernacular languages in life to make them tidier, more polite, and more palatable to public taste. Gentle words and expression allows us to talk about unpleasant things and decrease or neutralize the discomfort, such as the subject of illness, death, and dying, unemployment, and crime. They also allow us to label unpleasant assignments and jobs in an effort to make them sound more compelling. For more detail, I will continue the discussion about euphemism. Euphemism is changing the name and repackaging it to make it sound better. In the series of publication, Nadal in 1954 described how a noob in West Africa must be one of the wisest men in the world, distinguishing sharply between expressions susceptible to polite confrontation and those that are not. They constantly use circumlocution and euphemism to avoid direct mention of matter relating to body parts, bodily function, gender, and so on. At the same time, however, they show a strong interest in language and are prepared to discuss the various linguistic complexities at length. It seems that they are quite aware of what they are doing when using convoluted language and euphemism. Apparently, the noob had developed an indirect way of referring to taboo things, a way they could apply to them. Moment when it is possible to break free from normal constraints. For example, in a kind of storytelling or at a certain celebratory occasion. Buta, tuli, bisu, and gila can be replaced respectively with the words tunanetra, tunarunggu, tunawicara, and tunagrahita. Those who suffer from this disability will be uncomfortable or disrespectful to say that they are cacat, but should be replaced with people with disabilities. Taboo and euphemism affect us all. We all probably have a few things and we refuse to talk about, and still other we do not talk about directly. We may have some words we know but never or hardly ever use because they are too emotional for either us or others. While we may find some thought too deep for words like something hard to prove, others we definitely take care not to express at all even though we know the words, or else we express ourselves on them very indirectly. Each social group is different from every other in how it constrains linguistic behavior in this way, but constrain in it some such way it certainly does. I think that's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.